Welcome to Tirana, Albania. We arrived yesterday evening at like 5:30. We went and got our hire car and then we drove to our Airbnb, which is in the city centre. I didn't get to record anything because the driving. Oh my God. It is literally crazy. The drivers are insane. Nobody's using indicators. Everybody just pulls out in front of you. And everybody has a really nice car. Range Rovers, I've seen a Ferrari, Porsches, Mercedes, and they're really crazy drivers. So I had to be the Google Maps lady, and me and Kieran had so many fights because, oh my God, it was so stressful. But anyway, we arrived and then it was late. But this is the outside of our Airbnb. Nothing special from the outside, but the inside is really, really nice. Apparently, this is how every Airbnb in Albania is. I'm going to go now to get some breakfast and coffee, and I need to get adapters to charge my phone and stuff because I forgot them, of course. Going to have a look, see what they have in the supermarket. Going on a walking tour at 11 o'clock. Hopefully it doesn't rain. It's been raining all night long. There was no electricity. I thought it was because of the rain, so I just stayed all night with no electricity. And then this morning, Kieran realised that it was actually the trip switch. So something had tripped the switch and that's why we had no electricity. So thank God I didn't text the Airbnb guy because that would have been so embarrassing. Are you having fun? Are you? Well, now I'm recording. Say hello.
Hello.
What's your name? So it was time to head on our walking tour. We found this tour on guru.com. I'll put the link in the description. And it was a free walking tour. Obviously, we tipped because our guide was Ginny and she was really, really amazing. But it started in Skanderberg Square. This is where we met Ginny. And our first stop was this little mosque. I'm not going to try pronounce the name because I will just make a really bad job of it. But it was really, really beautiful. And I think something that a lot of people don't know is Albania's predominantly Muslim country, so it was really, really nice to see the mix of everything here. This was bunk art. We didn't go in because the kids were quite cranky, but it's really, really highly recommended by Ginny. Here she is. She was amazing. I highly recommend her. She did more than just give us a tour. She WhatsApped us recommendations of places to eat, everything. She was really, really amazing. But we visited this beautiful church, so I lit some candles for everybody on my family, and then we continued our walk and tour through the city. And guys, Albania is so green. Like, all the cities are really, really green, and just you feel like you're in nature all the time, which is just really, really great. Tirana is so, so beautiful. And then we headed to see some more bunkers. And after the walk and tour, I seen these people and look how cute they are. Everyone in Albania is so happy. Where are we going today? Are you going to the beach? Yeah.
Swimming with the sharks?
No. So we left Tirana and we didn't get to do everything there because somebody was a little bit naughty yesterday. AJ was a little bit cranky and tired yesterday, so we didn't get to go to the bunker. We have to come back to Tirana again to go home, don't we, from the airport? So we're going to do that at the inns now instead. And now we're on our way to Vlora. Don't have any accommodation booked because we're just winging it. Make it like there. We're going to stay. We came to this restaurant and it's funny because he gave us a menu and then, but he said it was just breakfast, but it didn't have breakfast on the menu. So we asked him where was the breakfast menu and he said, oh, it's just omelettes only. So we're getting omelettes, we're having coffee, having an espresso, which I've never had before. So we were back in the car and on the way to Vlora. We went through this brand new tunnel along the way. It had only opened like 2 weeks before we visited, which was really cool that we got to experience that. And when we got to Vlora, we actually made the decision that we weren't going to stay. We were just going to keep going to Derma because, as you can see along the beach, usually it's full of beach clubs, but a lot of them had closed because it was off season, and we knew this before we came. But we just felt it was best to keep going because some of the things that we had planned on doing weren't there anymore. But it didn't disappoint because look at these views, they were absolutely breathtaking. So I was really happy with my decision. So Google Maps, do not follow. It just brought us to a roadblock. It's blocked with a new road running through it, so Google needs to come here and update their maps. So despite all the hiccups with Google Maps, we made it to our hotel. I am usually a budget, low-cost accommodation type person, but I'd seen this on booking.com for €250, but I said it was worth a try to go in and ask, and the guy was happy to give us a suite for €100 per night. So if you're travelling to Albania in the off-season, like off-peak season, it's worth bearing in mind that the prices are usually lower than they would be on booking.com. So go in and ask, and you'd probably get it for cheaper because this hotel actually shut from October to April. It had a private beach. It was really, really beautiful. The water was absolutely amazing. So just remember, if you are in Albania on the off-season, it's worth asking in the hotel before you book on booking.com. Big hill back up from the beach. Just give you muscles on your legs. Not right, girl? Not that you got to worry about it. We didn't fancy eating again in the hotel restaurant because it was really expensive and the portions weren't that big. I read on Google that because it's off season there isn't really anywhere open in Dermy, and everybody was speaking about Sofia Bar, which is like a bar but they sell some food, and they didn't seem to have a menu or anything, and all the pictures seemed to be the same thing: fish and chips and salad. When we got here, it's all locals, like literally everybody is locals. It's just like a little house, everyone's sitting down smoking cigarettes, drinking, and then there's just this old man and woman, their man and wife, and they run it. And we said, oh, can we order some food? And he said yes, fish, chips and salad. That's all they have, so they don't sell anything else here. What's that, KJ? Fishy. Oh my god, are you going to eat a fishy? Yeah. Wow. Does he have his fins? Yeah. Oh my god. What kind? Do you think it's a shark?
Things too. Yeah. Is it a baby shark?
No.
Should we bite it?
Good morning from Saranda. Got here yesterday evening. Didn't really get to film anything because Kieran got so sunburnt, but he didn't put on any sun creams. So he is scalded, so he was complaining all evening. The kids were really cranky. I think because we stayed at Jale Beach yesterday for a really long time, so everybody was tired. We didn't even go out for dinner last night. We all just got an early night, but it's so beautiful here. Our apartment is, the views from our apartment is absolutely stunning, like amazing. I've never seen anything like it. It's so gorgeous. There's actually a lot going on here, even though it's not the season. It's quite busy here. Last night I walked to the supermarket and all the restaurants were still open. They weren't busy, but they were open. You know, there was a lot more people around and everything. And we're going to go to Casmil today because the weather's really nice today and it's meant to get bad tomorrow. Not bad, I think it's just meant to rain tomorrow. So we're going to go to Casmil. Casmil, everybody says it different. I think it's Samil. That's how my sister says it. She was here last year. So we're going to go there today, have a beach day. We're not going to stay there. We just got the apartment here for 2 nights instead because the chopping and changing, it's just, we've done a lot of chopping and changing the last couple of days, so we just thought it would be better to stay here for 2 nights instead. And then we're going to come back to Saranda. We're going to go for a nice dinner and we'll probably like walk down the promenade and see what's going on around here. So see you in Casmil. Samil. And I'm actually just going to show you this. So right beside the apartment block we're in, it's actually quite a new apartment block, and obviously there's so much construction here, but there's one being built right beside our block of apartments, and I don't know, is it being built or like is it being left unfinished, is it abandoned? I don't really know, but I'm just going to show you the building site because it's wild compared to if this was in the UK. Oh my god, the contractor will be put in jail. So this is the site entrance here, and the building is just there, right here. This is our apartment block here. So I don't know if it's, maybe it's like in the process of being finished or whatever. Just besides the point of whether it's been finished or not, like there is absolutely no fencing, no hoarding, no security. This rubbish alone would be like illegal in England. Even all along the balconies, like usually there would be, you know, like fencing, like to stop anybody from falling over the edge or anything. Do you know, like there would be like safety barriers and all that, and it's just not a thing here. So yeah, if this was in England or anywhere in the UK or Ireland, in fact, yeah, you'd be in jail. That is, it's wild. We have arrived to Samil. It's absolutely amazing here. It is so good. Like I had read things online from people saying, oh, the water's murky, it's dirty, it's not so good. I think it's beautiful here. It's so nice. The water is so nice. The mountains in the background, the scenery. It's absolutely amazing. Now it is like, it's like there's a lot of empty beds here, but it's still like quite busy. It's not as quiet as I thought it was going to be. I think if you have kids, this would probably be a really good time to come here because it's still warm. Like today's a really nice day. We didn't have to fight for a bed. There was like loads of beds available. It's not overcrowded, but still it's like the streets coming down to the beach area is very tight, and like there wouldn't be a lot of parking and everything. So I think in the peak months it's probably mental here, like logistically probably mental. My sister said that they struggled to get beds because they were here last year, she said they struggled to get beds, parking, etc. was a nightmare. So I can just imagine what it will be like when it's to capacity here. But it's beautiful. The water is so nice. Everything's so nice. It has sand, but it's kind of like a stony sand, like tiny little stones, but it's a lot easier on the feet than the stones at all the other beaches. Kieran and KJ have just gone for a swim. Danny's having a bottle, and then hopefully she'll go for a nap, and then I'm gonna go for a swim. The beds it was €20, and he told us that if we spend €15, I'm not quite sure, is it €15 per person or €15 in total on food at the restaurant at lunchtime, he'll give us our €20 back. So that is really good. But one thing I will say is, like, I read so much online about how cheap it is. Everybody kept saying, oh, Albania is so cheap, so cheap. It's like dirt cheap. Not here. Not it. Like, a lot of places we went were really cheap, but Samil is not cheap. In this place, we just picked the first beach club we came to that was open, so I don't know if they're all varying price, but I would presume that they are all in competition with each other, so they're all going to be around the same price. So for a Corona, it's €7. That's like more expensive than Ireland and the UK. A cocktail is €12, so that's probably on par with Ireland. That's about probably what, £10.50. So I suppose a cocktail in London, you're looking at about that price for a cocktail, probably even more. I didn't look at the food menu yet, so I'm not really sure how much the food is here. A Coke is €3. Bottle of water I think was €2. So like, it's definitely Ireland, UK prices. It is. This place is not cheap. It is not cheap. So whoever is going around saying that it's really cheap, it's not cheap in Samil. So just be aware of that. In saying that, you know, I go out in London, I've no problem paying £12 for a cocktail. I drink 10 of them. Same in Ireland. I go out, like a pint of Guinness in Ireland now is like €9 in Dublin. So, you know, don't complain about the prices when you pay them anyway at home. It's not super cheap. Like people say, it is super cheap in other parts. Like in Tirana, we were paying £2 for a beer and everything. So it's just, I guess this area is prime tourist and it's where they're going to make their money, and you can't blame them. So, you know, in Ireland they charge €350 for a hotel for a night. So. Hello. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, my gorgeous girl. Hello, woman. Are they ready? Okay, so I'm doing it. 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. Woo! Wow. Okay. Batman. The next day in Saranda was quite a blustery, rainy day, and we decided that we were just going to go for a drive around and have the car so we could like get in out of the rain if we needed to. But we went down to the older part of Saranda, which was actually a lot nicer than the other part. The other part we were closer to Samil, so it suited us. But this part seemed to be more, it had a little bit more charm. It seemed to have a lot more to do. We went down the promenade. It was really, really nice. It was quite cold, but on a sunny day I think it'd be beautiful. And then we found an Irish bar, so of course we had to investigate, but this isn't an authentic Irish bar. As you can see from the menu, they didn't really seem to have any Irish drinks, but it's nice to know that there is a little bit of Ireland in Albania. So we've just arrived at the Blue... Where are we going, KJ? Where are we going?
To the Blue Eye.
To the Blue Eye. We parked in the car park. It was 300 lek to park there for 3 hours. And then it's a 30-minute hike from the car park, but they have a train now, like a road train that you can get. This is where we paid the entrance. It was 150 lek entrance fee. This is where we got the tickets for the train. It was 1,000 return, so up and down. And sorry, just almost got knocked down. And kids are free, so it was €10 to go up and come down. But I don't fancy walking with KJ because he never does what he's told, and he's just gonna like run off a cliff or something. So just trying some water from the Blue Eye. It's perfect water. It tastes like bottled water. Do you want to try some? Okay.
I'm going to go to the bottle back.
It's perfect. Spring water. Good evening from Joycaster. Can you hear the thunder and lightning? It's so bad. It is raining so bad all day. It's so loud. So we got here today. We left Saranda. We went to the Blue Eye. We got here like maybe 3 o'clock. By the time we got here, checked into hotel. Kids were having a nap. By the time we finally got to go for dinner, it was lashing rain, like so bad. So we went to a restaurant, really nice restaurant. The people were so nice. The food was amazing. And then afterwards, it was like right in the centre, like in the old part, lightning, like the old part that you see, you know, the Instagram famous part. It was raining so bad that we just had to run. I couldn't have the kids out in the rain because it was so bad. So we just came back to our hotel, and tomorrow it's meant to be dry, so we're going to go explore tomorrow instead. Our hotel is so nice and the people are so nice. Like, it was lashing rain, so the guy who, I think it's like his family's hotel, he insisted on dropping us to the restaurant. It was his friend's restaurant. He insisted on dropping us because he said like parking is an issue and all that. So he dropped us, took us into the restaurant, helped with stroller, everything, like held my son's hand going down all the slippery steps. He was so amazing. When we left the restaurant, we were running up the road, and I think maybe his friend, that is so much lightning, I think his friend had like told him, oh, they're leaving now, they're on their way back up. And he came back down and collected us. He was like, why didn't you phone me? You know, I would have come and picked you up. It's raining. Like, so amazing. Such nice people. I can't. I'm blown away by how amazing the people are. I'm just walking to the shop to get some water, and it's still raining, and hopefully tomorrow it's going to be nice weather again, because yesterday evening was also raining so bad in Saranda that I actually didn't even get to film much of Saranda. So, but tomorrow is the day for Joycaster. And the little shoes. Now, if anybody is interested in the history of Albania and the communist times, I would really highly recommend visiting the Cold War tunnel in Joycaster. So basically, it's a network of tunnels that Enver Hoxha built during his communist regime, and it's designed as like a fallout shelter and command centre in case of an invasion. It had meeting rooms, living spaces, escape routes, and it really just reflects on how paranoid he was about an invasion and what his plans were, what plans he had in place had there been an invasion. But as we know, there was never an invasion. But it's really interesting, and I would highly recommend visiting it if you were there. And our guide was also really friendly. And this is the view over Joycaster. It's so beautiful here. It's definitely my favourite part of Albania, and all across Albania the people are amazing, but the people here were even more amazing. So we were back on the road, but unfortunately we had to make a stop because KJ vomited all over the car. And that's another point that I will say, the roads in Albania are very, very windy, so if you get motion sickness or car sickness, just be prepared.
My daddy did that because he has a sore stomach.
Okay, and where are we?
But he had some tablets yesterday.
Oh, did he have some tablets?
So we're at the lady's house now.
Okay, and do you like the lady's house?
Yeah, I like it.
Why do you like it so much?
Because I love the lady.
The lady. But
I love the lady.
do you love the lady? So where are we? Are we into...
Limerick.
No, we're not in Limerick. We're in Tirana.
Tirana.
Why are we back in Tirana? What happened yesterday?
Because I was sick.
Yeah, so we're back in Tirana because KJ was sick yesterday. So we were on the way to Barat. KJ got sick, sprayed the car, vomit everywhere. Didn't you, buddy? But why did you get sick?
Because I was coughing.
Yeah, but do you think it's because you drank too much fizzy drinks?
No.
So he got sick, sprayed the car, and we still had a bit to go. I didn't really want to do the journey in case he was I was worried that he was like getting sick and was going to be sick for a while, and then the journey would have been long, and it's very windy roads and everything, so we were literally like 15 minutes from the turn off, and we decided that we were just going to keep going to Tirana. I was just worried that he was going to be sick, and then it would have just been a big deal. So we didn't get to go to Barat, which is sad because I really wanted to see it, but it is what it is, and that's the joys of travelling with kids. Do you love this house?
Yeah.
KJ loves it. So we're just going to go around Tirana today. Oh, sorry, did I elbow you?
No. That's a surprise steak.
Okay. So we also visited this museum on our last day in Tirana called House of Leaves. I didn't really get to film or take any pictures because you're not allowed to have cameras inside, but it's very, very great if you're interested in the history of the country. And just bear in mind that it's cash only and they only take lek, they do not take euros. Myself and KJ, they went on this Ferris wheel at Skanderberg Square, and we headed out for our last evening around the city. We strolled around and just soaked up the last bit of Tirana. Next morning, it was straight back to the airport, and just as a recommendation, I would say wait till you go past security before you get food and drinks, because there's a lot more options on the other side. Now guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please comment below.